Welcome to BirdGut, a 2019 platformer that you can download completely for free on Steam, which I just recently learned about. And it is highly of interest to me, so this guy here is some kind of bug. He's going to be our protagonist, and it seems like he's going to end up in a bird's gut at some point. Let's find out how that occurs. Here we are, becoming a bug. The dream. Oh, but something went wrong. We look dissimilar to the other bugs. So, we are a worker. We need to go collect nectar and pollen, but we came out wrong. Can't let the queen find out. Jerry's here. Clean things up. Oh, Beezus. So we literally get swept out of the nest for being weird. But, you know, it's nice out here, too. There are physics objects that we can interact with, which is always fun. Up. Go out that way. So obviously we have to climb the teeter-totter. This being free to play, it ought to be pretty short. Probably not devastatingly hard. I hope so, anyway. Frankly, I'm not great at platformers. I've been playing a lot of precision platformers lately, which is what led me to gaining an interest in checking this game out in the first place. You know what? There. Gotta see the death scene and the fact that there are sort of unique descriptions of each death. But we're still in tutorial territory. Getting attacked by random crab apples. And normally it would be space to jump. I, of course, have mapped it to a controller. I cannot handle mouse and keyboard in a platformer. Guess my brain cannot wrap itself around that concept. I've tried. No can do. But too much to expect native keyboard support from a freebie like this. Another bug. Doesn't mind us. Isn't going to interact with us in any way. So, we keep looking for our home. This butterfly is giving up its home made of spit. Maybe we should make a home out of spit. Well, we can fly anyway, but only downwards. Different sort of teeter-totter here. Can't push it from underneath. This is actually an impenetrable bar, inexplicably. I gotta go all the way around. Body slam it. Get our precious acorn. We're here, and then off we go. Someone's been digging here, which implies that these are obstacle courses set up for the purpose of bugs by some outside entity.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I guess since we're not going to be collecting nectar, we are unemployed. Time to get in line. and beg for help. Look at this cute spider. A beetle. Largely unidentifiable things. Possibly a pseudoscorpion? I've never seen a pseudoscorpion in person, but boy are they great. They're also like a millimeter in size, so they're practically microscopic. Perhaps I've been surrounded by them my whole life and just never quite spotted them. Okay, we're in trouble for skipping the line. We gotta get back with our fellow weird bugs. We need to learn some camaraderie. Now that we are broke and hiveless. Completely getting abused by this underpaid unemployment dude. Who's dead? Here's the bug. Or the bird, rather. The titular bird. And off we go. Into its gut. Oh, I probably should have stayed there. That was probably a secret of some sort. Guess I gotta replay the game. I want to check out what's over there. Hold still, never. Oh, they're like drilling my brain. In a good way, we'll assume. I have an internal skeleton. Entomologists would be disgusted by the implication. There are spiders with internal skeletons as well as exoskeletons. Doesn't look like any of the bugs made it. That or the injection has knocked them out. Oh, yeah, they're zombified. Not me, though. Yep, I'm too much of a mess to even be zombified. Stomach time. Or Saint Mock. Gonna visit Saint Mock. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta weigh down the button. With the big O. I wish there was any way to reference Big O besides just saying its name. Uh-oh. Okay, try not to get spotted by cameras. Awfully technological inside of this bird. I gotta know. I disintegrated. I guess the checkpoints are gonna be less generous now that we are out of the tutorial. Press S to drop through thin platforms. Hasn't been useful yet. Still doesn't seem useful here. Slam the button and drop a maggot into the acid. And acorns, all sorts of detritus to build a bridge. It's fairly clever. Or brainwashed snail. Dead now. With an important button inside. Yeah, that seems impenetrable. This is penetrable, but it ain't easy. Doing their job a little too well. Little patience this time, and I'm elsewhere. Onto the rubber ducky, a bird within a bird. Fractal birds going on here. Love the art style of this game. I do wish our bug looked more like a bug, but that is clearly intentional because there are bugs that look very much like bugs. And they get to keep being bugs, whereas we have to be food. Unless we escape. Okay, that changes the acid level. Switches it from side to side. Maybe I can ride this chair to safety. If I put it in the acid. No, it is sunk right to the bottom. Chair will not help me, but it does prove that the acid pool is surprisingly shallow. We have just enough flight capacity to not take fall damage, it seems. Are A and B meant to indicate anything? Who's to say? But that should... Let me do platforming across. Freedom. Beautiful new area. Do it again, I guess. Then probably a third time. So to put acid a third segment. Oh. A slight shortcut, I guess. Well, that the thing I pushed is still spinning around up there. There we go, now I have enough height. Get up here. Another one of ye. There we go. Send the bomb right back at him. Apparently all of these things need to die. Because they are filled with useful platforming elements. Fuel, you say? If this game had any colors at all, I imagine this sign here would be lit up with all sorts of neon flashing, but alas. The monochrome life. There we go, that's where the fuel goes. I'm a seafaring. Is this a warning of a boss about to arrive? Wouldn't be terribly surprised. Feel like this pipe should do something, but this is clearly the pipe I want to be in. Having ridden the Plobus. Victory. No immediate threat, just more fuel. I have no idea where I am. Oh, I delivered more fuel. That's why we stopped. Out of ammo. For some reason, the name Plobus, with quotation marks around it, made me realize how similar this game is to 12-ounce mouse. Which most people would consider the ultimate insult, but I love 12-ounce mouse. So it makes me like this game even more. What's this thing? This game already reminded me immensely of Niku Niku. Don't know if anyone's played that. But it's another weird game. Very minimalistic graphics. Relatively simple platforming challenges. Although they are often incredibly creative. Immense amounts of charm. And a message. If you haven't picked up on it yet, there might be a little bit of a message to BirdGut. Because our character is an odd one out. Got tossed into an exploitative machine. Failure to be exploited adequately has caused them to simply be consumed to their death. There's a bit of a metaphor going on. Oh. Plowing right through. Maybe it's the plow bus. I said this game was from 2019. The developer this year made a paid game, which you can purchase relatively cheaply. It is titled The Multimedium. It is beautiful, and I fully intend to purchase it, because it's actually surprisingly cheap. Patience traps are always my greatest nemesis in platforming games and other games. Lighthouses usually are my friend. Not this time, though. Lighthouse inside a bird with a weather vane on top. I love birds and birds around here. Uh-oh. Was not ready for that, but I made it. Try up first. Yeah, like I said, I've been playing Celeste. Another game with quite a blatant message to it. That one's unmistakable, though. That's like text. Whereas it's barely subtext here. I am headed somewhere. The Stomach City, apparently, according to achievements that have flashed up on my screen. Ooh. An unbrainwashed ladybug. Didn't trust me. Nor should they have. I know what these guys do. Oh, I recognize those gunshots. Those are probably just one-hit kills. Yep. Someone in my own situation would do that to me. How horrible. So I'm just gonna run away. Seems like that shouldn't work. Milk is best by 1988. Now with 20% less cruelty. This is a vegan game as well. Can't say I necessarily saw that coming. Aw. Cheap trick. Generous checkpoint, though. Make up for the fact that I just got trolled. Why have I weighed that thing down? Oh. Again, generous checkpoint. Really no way to avoid these things. You just trigger them and run. That barbed wire's gotta kill you. Oh, they brainwashed an isopod. How shockingly evil. Turn isopods of all things against their nature. Their roly, holy nature. Not that it seems necessarily able to harm me. Or putting much effort into harming me anyway. How do I want this so I don't bump my head? There we go. Then some milk. To a very poorly maintained pipe here. I want to see what was written on this silo, but it turned transparent way too quickly. Sorry to ruin lunch. They seem well fed. Still brainwashed, though. I really want to climb the isopods, but such luck. Or pill bugs. Isopods have like 1,000 nicknames, and they're all great, quite honestly. Frankly, they need more nicknames. It's all a lie. Oh, we got spikes on the ceiling. Because it's a gate. Okay, I can move the last two. I guess I need the first two open. Is that what I'm seeing here? Or just all of them open. That works. Not gonna complain about that. Can't jump up to the next level, so where am I headed? Just over the fence. It seemed like there was more stuff if I were to climb higher, but alas. I know this game does have secrets and optional areas and stuff. And it is apparently outsmarting me as to find out how to get to them. What is the password? Our character has not spoken or acknowledged anyone other's speech at this point. But we clearly are not brainwashed, so... Brainwashed. Yeesh. I love the antennae here that are trifurcated at the end. Because I have seen beetles with those exact antennae. And it's adorable. No idea what purpose it serves. But it's probably not an accident. Okay, everyone down here has defied brainwashing. And is not very talkative. Which is fine, because neither is our character. I don't like the look of this. But we are inside a dead fish, so... Someone killed this fish long ago. Now we live inside. I am relatively hatless. But so is that guy right next to me. Neither, thank you. Why do people keep asking these obvious questions? Love the way he used his tail there. Prophecy of the Hatless One. I know a fair bit about bugs, and I've never known many of them to wear hats. Assume we have come for exposition, and indeed. We have a crowned leader. But they worship hatlessness, so you'd think a crown would be an insult. Whatever. Maybe they're like those aluminum foil hats. There we go. He literally said it as I was thinking it. I'll wear these tinfoil hats so they can't be brainwashed and the scanners can't detect them. Been here for years. Yep, the miracle of not needing a hat and not get brainwashed. Gotta make it out of that stomach. We're still stuck in the stomach. Honestly, the platforming has not been very difficult. But I guess if they didn't have infinite respawning powers, then it might become somewhat difficult. We gotta get through the acid ocean and to the end of the intestines, wherein we will find explosive supplies. The supplies which the bird uses as a defense mechanism when dropped from the colon. Just basic anatomy. Everyone knows this thing. Drop the bombs, explode the inside of the bird, and then we'll all be free. Dangerous to go alone, take the radio. Gotta have every reference we can. Now the elevator takes us to a new level of the stomach. Now it was inside of a fish, and it goes beyond the fish. There we go. They accounted for everything. Howdy, Drekkie. I am enjoying a very charming, weird game. Incredibly minimalistic, but like I said, this is a free game. And I love the art style anyway. I love black and white games. Brainwashed bugs, hanging out. Everyone's at work. So we get to do whatever we want. Ladybug, help us out. Fly us to safety. Bug House, a fantastic film. Honestly, I haven't seen it because I haven't seen any movies, but if it existed, I would watch it. I would make an exception. I need to stack these boxes using the fact... No, not that. Definitely not that, especially. Oh man, that takes you back. Still not up enough, though. There's a crane over there. The crane's not helping me. Now the crane might help me. Oh, careful. Oh, I gotta use my mouse now. This game is meant to be mouse and keyboard. I'm breaking the rules. Yeah, we didn't want any of these boxes down here, so let's pull them all out. It's just that easy. Stack them up, but not too high. Ooh, I can stack these too. But I kinda don't wanna. I need them to live. That's probably high enough. Oh, careful. Suspect I can make those jumps. Hope I can make those jumps. Let's find out. There we go. Neat little segment. I appreciate using the entirety of the medium. Brutally slaughters 99.9 repeating percent of germs. We're even vegan towards germs in this game. Microbes. Apparently hand sanitizer works against viruses. Learned that during the pandemic. I forgot the science behind how that actually works, but good enough. Will this explode the manhole cover? Nice. Oh. You're brainwashed. How about a hand? And counter brainwash the bugs. And we'll need to do so, and I can't touch it. Not ever. Here we go. Couple more like that, and we'll be good. Love a good rhinoceros beetle. You'll be free soon enough. Brainwash beetle. Don't you worry. Gotta try the maggots. Or the mites. Again, all the bugs are allowed to be off-model because they're defective models that were brought in after being cast out by their fellow bugs. Brought into a bird's guts. Naturally. Can't climb this tower. Okay, I gotta knock this down. Cleverness saves the day again. Should be able to break this thing, though. Try it out. Seems optional, so I may have finally found a secret. The fourth skull. Looks like a mouse skull. For some reason, inside this bird full of bugs, there are skinless skulls. Not my problem. Whoosh. We gotta go high. Break the thing. We gotta break the thing. You break it with excess weight. No, we just grab it. Sometimes the simplest solution is the correct one. I don't want to put more boxes down there. Just in case I need them to break my fall, of course. All I have is this fragile chitin. Gotta last until my next molt, don't you know? Hey, acid ocean. Presumably that means we're still in the stomach. There's a lot of acid in the stomach. I got wormed. Guess the worm can't reach me on the zip line. That's fortunate. Not allowed through this chain. Not till the worm helps me out and vomits what appear to be banana peels all over the place. Other detritus, presumably swallowed by the bird, although that's a very, very small milk carton. I don't think the bird ate that. I think they're manufacturing it uselessly here inside of the bird. Oh, so close. Almost got to press the button. Now, press the button and die immediately. I think I need to lure the worm away. Oh, I need to press it many times. Worm's back. I knew it was going to happen. I thought I'd be able to react. But no, I'm much too slow. What? Our button presses save between deaths. Glorious. Oh, God. It was powered for one use. I think I solved the puzzle. Again. Help me out. This guy made it surprisingly far. I thought no one had ever been this far. That inexplicably silent guy Made it just as far. Apparently silence is a good way to get incredibly deep into this dungeon. Ugh, he's not, like, preparing his charge anymore. He just charges from off screen. There we go. Use our physics. With a nice, rapidly collapsing bridge. Ugh. There should be the worm. Typically unavoidable, but I squeeze through. Wrong way there, Pinwheel. That thing I should be able to avoid. Not betrayed by the sausage, and... this probably was a checkpoint, but I'm not over eager to find out. Okay, I'm gonna find out. Of course it's a checkpoint. Should be able to squeeze in one more press here. Hey, I don't want to fully charge the thing. I guess laser's just off for good now. And charging the platform is a little tedious. Wish they hadn't necessarily required it multiple times in a single segment. Another skull down there, very clearly. Not have a great idea of how to get to that one, though. Just a big enough jump. Oh, maybe like the plastic bag can be stood upon. Worm's dead. No, you cannot jump off the plastic bag. But there we go. No more worm. Worm is a platform now. Oh, I squeezed through its segments. Careful then. Free of the worm. Off to the intestines. Surprised the king hasn't radioed us to congratulate us. There he is. Just in time. Right on cue. Unusable trash. Gets burnt. He should obviously be fine. That must have been another secret up there. I did not think they would drop me right past it, though. It's my own fault at this point. Or not, I guess it goes the other way somehow. Yeah, there would have been no way to come from this direction. Because you can't go against part of the platform that has spikes on it. Oh, speaking of spikes, here they come. I think I should jump in one of these carts. Didn't ultimately help much, but the fact that you can is pretty cool. Got a nice platform for me. to suck me up here. No, it doesn't. Wants me to jump into the pipe, then it'll suck me up. Oh no, it sucks up the trash and makes a second platform. I still need the tray. Get the extra jump height. This box is going to get destroyed when it hits the lasers, so it dispenses a new box. That's just good game design, not allowing you to soft lock yourself if you fail a puzzle one time. Oh. Box disappeared midair. I don't like the look of this. Gonna have to go down while the screw is passing by. I recently found a soft lock in one of the platformers I was playing, and the dev went in and fixed it. Possibly because of my video, because they did also follow me on Twitch afterwards. So who knows, I might actually be making video games slightly better. Why did it take so long to think of that? Send a bunch of screws through. Alright, another mouse puzzle. This ain't too hard. That should be a safe passageway. Yep. Both lead to the same place. More intestine. Can't really reach that button unless I get some kind of box or platform down here. Roll platforms. I think you can tell which ones are going to spin if they only have... Nope, never mind. I thought they would only have one screw in the middle, but no, they have exactly the same number of screws as all the other platforms. There's no tell whatsoever. Oh, yep, another one of these things. Honestly, I kind of enjoy this thing that I'm doing here. I would not complain if there were more of them. This is going to be the first time in the entire game that I've used the drop down through thin platforms button. Taught it to me all that time ago. I've had absolutely no need of it, and I still had no need of it. But it's there, so I used it. It's a game with 5 buttons, and one of them simply don't need. That's how simple this game is. That's a good thing. You can do a whole hell of a lot with very few buttons. And very few colors. Very simple graphics. You can do a lot with very, very little. All around. Uh-oh. Trash ball. I want to put this here to catch the trash. Because I sure didn't. Just in case. Probably not going to help me. It might even be bad for me. Okay, that didn't work at all. It broke the thing that was blocking this thing. Okay. Now, I use the drop through platforms button the second time. Lysomatic doing actually a pretty good job there. Definitely overthinking this. But my resources that are allotted to me are not very numerous. All I have is my slow movement, my floaty jump, and infinite lives. Closer one than I expected. Gotta love the rails in the background to let you know when you're in danger. Simple touch that is nonetheless essential with this sort of thing. Beautiful. Did that in one. Make up for how many times I failed the proceeding room. And we got another hold button. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. And I built a bridge. Okay, more trash for me. Are we gonna have to, like, load trash into the furnaces? Is that what we're going for? Now we're using this to hold down the button. Not getting a job now after all I've been through. And that wasn't just the troll, it was a warning. And many of these spike walls are going to come at you. Giving you just enough time to respond. Break my fall a little bit, and more of this thing. I said I wanted more, and it was happy to oblige. This one actually seems like it might be difficult. We gotta, like, make a circle with these. Okay, it wasn't difficult. Still fun, though. Work harder. Always good advice. This poor guy's also not brainwashed. Yep. We can't help, we're a deaf, mute, broken bee. But you've made it so far. Now you're lashing out. You hate to see it. Pretty sure I was supposed to go down, but it allowed me to go up. To what end? It means me no harm. And is immune to spikes. Wish I was so lucky. What is the point of this structure? I thought I was being clever by going up, but yeah, it is taking me into a real maze. I was warned, the intestines are a maze. I don't trust this sign. Okay, it really was a dead end. Oh, so was that. With actual blood, even. Not bee blood. So do I now have to go all the way back and down route? Elevator's a good sign. Oh, careful. bit impenetrable at the moment. Now it's penetrable. Most people don't use the positive version of impenetrable. Probably for good reason. Starting to feel like that area might be a dead end. Inadequate science. Determine that that may be the case. They definitely need to be inside the elevator. Probably need to get off at the bottom floor. Where there's another elevator. This is a very inefficient layout. We've only got so much intestine to work with here. Shortcut, I guess? Maybe? What if they send you all the way back to the beginning of the intestine? If you die. Could be. I'll just wait here. Rather than risk getting smashed or finding out what's at the bottom of the elevator shaft. Okay. Nothing good or bad. Perfectly neutral down there. Ants won't hurt me. Good to know. A lot of familiarity, but this is definitely new. Oh, it's like a Mario World green bean. For no reason. It does cause a lot of lag. Do I want to go to another elevator? I've been through so many elevators. Are they actually helping me? Yeah, like, counted that as the seam between the elevator and the ceiling. Fair enough. Guess I won't amuse myself by jumping as I wait. Okay, so we can go to the appendix. Looks like there's just a rat skull in there. The sixth one. We knew where the fourth one is. We actually got the fourth one, and we saw the fifth. But I couldn't grab it. How about you? Been there, done that. Okay, that looks like something. Find your freedom and work. No, it wasn't something. I'm permitted to go over there. Escape the bird, arrow pointing down. Oh, lots of arrows pointing in all sorts of directions. Spikes. Dangerous trolley. Another wall that wants to kill me. That's spikes, so this one is not. It's merely saws. More saw timing. So close. Well, it's another lever. I can throw that lever and see what happens. Probably gonna open that hatch in the floor that I couldn't go by. which was directly above me all along. Ah, but it activates that thing. How I hope that thing helps me in some way. Find freedom in your work. How about freedom from my work? What say you to that? Looks like we got an elevator for precisely that purpose. I hope so, at least. For some reason we can climb up here where there's spikes. Yep. Thing of beauty. Obvious trap. I'm probably the first person to ever fall for it. Out of sheer curiosity. Those will close in on me. Don't do it. Should have heeded that advice. I don't know who to trust anymore. But apparently it's signage. I don't know if I'm talented enough. That is fast. This is why I don't stream a lot of platformers. They can be a bit brutal. This one still isn't that hard, but it is a long way to go without a checkpoint. Hiku Niku would never do this to me. Oh, what? That was super weird. I landed inside the platform instead of on top of it. Still technically worked. Right spot. There's another set of saws. How much further could we possibly need to go before we hit a checkpoint? Watch out. Fair warnings. I'll take those. Do a jump. Sort of become a rhythm game at this point, and I think we're free of all the garbage. Yeah, that wasn't brutally difficult, but it sure took a long time. With no checkpoints. That's a bomb. I think we found the explosive material. Now we step away from it. Then it's some more. You never have enough explosive material. What have we here? Literally nothing. No secret passageways at all. These torches, though, they indicate skulls. Whereabouts is the skull you're telling me about? We need to put a bomb there or something? I know what I've been beaten. That's a lot of bombs. I might have taken too many bombs with me. Nope, I stick by it. Never enough bombs. Oh yeah, we should bomb that box free. Powerful stuff, these gut bombs. Knew these walls would start closing in on me. Music has gotten very serene for one of the most stressful things that anything can ever throw at you. Oh, I killed one of the roly-polies. The mites. Guess I should kill the other one. Because it turned back on me at the last moment. There we go, we're through. They're harmless. I've been through worse. I do have Hollow Knight now. I should probably start playing Hollow Knight. For more bug game fun. Can't say I fully understand why Hollow Knight is so, like, immediately legendary. Maybe I will when I actually physically play it. Perhaps from here. Yeah, I can shift this by degrees and turn it back. Want to get it over here. Oh, and over there. Oh. That's obviously not the right way to do it. Alright, turning it as far as it goes that way did not help me at all. But that sort of did. We don't want to open that door, though. Try opening this door. Oh. Had it for a second. Beautiful. Like, actually beautiful. That is quite a geometric shape I crafted there. Mostly accidentally. And now I've got a thing I can move. Good, because I cannot alter the angle of the laser. Help me out here, button. Too slow. Aha. Bonus mirror. I get all the way back on the other side, though. I have heard about the Hollow Knight sequel, which was supposed to be out already. And I could say that at pretty much any point in the last, what, like 6 years? And it would be true. Yeah, that's a massive exaggeration. It's been in development for 2 or 3 years, and it keeps getting pushed back. And it was supposed to be out last month, most recently. But alas, it was not. Surprising no one. That's fine, though, I say. Make all games worth the wait. That one likely will be. I do know enough about actual Hollow Knight that I know that Hornet is a really cool character, and Hornet gets to be the star of the sequel. Now, did all those lasers that are rearranged do anything here? Absolutely not. Yes. Very much so. I have to catch this thing. Ah, that did it. And the rest of this should be very simple. Yep. Not simple enough, apparently. So close. Okay. So the whole laser thing didn't even give me a secret area. Do anything at all. I wonder if maybe I could, like, hit it here. Clearly not like that. Probably wouldn't have worked anyway, but let's see. Didn't help. Oh, that's exactly where I want it to be. Somehow I solved this. Don't know what I did, but there we go. Okay, we needed to press both the latches, and now we can move past that thing. I noticed that we had undone one of the latches, so... I'm gonna push it from the center. Hole time. Super close. Bird bombs aplenty just up ahead. Should be where the highest density of bugs with guns are. But we are kind of believed in. That's all we need. Gotcha. One boss fight down. Now I have a gun. Ho ho ho. Hope I don't need to use a mouse and a controller to control this, though. What do I need? Open this door. Do I just need to shoot the door? Yep. These are actual bullets. Probably shoot these flies. Yeah, when they persist after your death, you basically cannot win. In my experience. The way they lead their charges, though, is brutal. Okay, one gets to live. So I gotta shoot this. I'll take it. So far, no moving while shooting. That would be very much to the detriment of this game. Grasshoppers coming my way. Needed them to hop through the platform. And we'll shoot this down, maybe. Definitely a unique mechanic. Give me a gun. Okay, now I think I gotta I mean, I could lure him over here. I don't think the ladder would have smashed him, though. Whatever, he's a terrible shot. Right where I need it. Got ourselves a forklift. And you. Now I'm doing some moving and shooting. Honestly, not as hard as I thought it would be. Okay, their bombs move this thing. I was just about to disparage their inability to hit me, because they don't lead their shots, and then they hit me. Bombs have to specifically hit one side of this thing. And that worked. Thankfully, solved puzzles stay solved even after you die. I am out of there. What are these guys? Spiders? Something with 1,000 tiny arms. Might be a slight exaggeration. They are extremely fast and tenacious. Out for bee blood. Just gotta be careful. Keep shooting them. It's a bloodbath, but we're out of there. You know, I thought that would be way more of a pain than it turned out to be. Having to move around while shooting. Switching between controller and mouse. Okay, that guy just basically opens the door inadvertently. Casey's puzzle yet. Entrance to the bomb room. Just up ahead is the end. The king is a hacker. Thankfully. And now for terrifying gauntlet. Yeah, let's try headed over here. Leave me alone, dragonflies. At least give me more time to deal with you. Right, that did not work at all. Try it again. Surprisingly, an excess of grasshoppers can be a problem. They're slightly harder to hit than most of the other bugs. And I'm getting cornered. Right again. Problem with the dragonfly is that it leads you to having a lot of your shots absorbed. Incredibly close to success. Spiders would prefer that not happen. What do we think here? Last wave, maybe? Looks like it. Stuck at 99% though. Buffering. Buffering. Indeed, the time remaining thing is always a lie. Okay. No more violence, at least. Ultimate violence. I'm dead. And... okay, we start from 99%. On a real boss fight. That can reproduce asexually. About time we got some mantises around here. Love a good mantis. This is not a good mantis. This mantis is murdering me. But most mantises are good. That was very hard to dodge with my movement speed being as slow as it is. You can shoot whatever it is they're spitting before it hits ya. But I keep not doing that. You gotta love that the mantis, once it lands, does that one claw attack that never would hit anything. What are you clawing at there? Yeah, that's so many better attacks. Sick dodging. Okay, Mantis looks to be dead. Honestly, I didn't expect that, so I'm kind of taken off guard. Dumbstruck. Big ol' bombs, you say. One more skull up there. But we're back to nice, chill platforming challenges. No combat for now. Okay, we gotta build the missiles. Presumably blast this bird to bits. Looks like there's a cockpit in there. We're gonna have to pilot the missiles ourselves. Wouldn't surprise me too much. Free skull. This is the 9th skull. You gotta assume that's the last one. Unbreakable glass, very impressive. So I know I tried everything. Try and get this crate out of the corner. I don't think I'm gonna need it though. Yeah, that crate ain't going nowhere. Okay, so that's not the way to go. Climbing that missile exclusively leads you to that skull. This missile has many more treasures in store for us. Interesting. This is how we want it. To initiate stage 3 of production. That missile's looking pretty built. I think there's much more we gotta do with it. Besides climb it. Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. Just moonwalk my way over here. And up here. Make a nice platform for myself, and blast off. Now I guess we need fuel or something. I don't know what's keeping these missiles from firing. For me, last thing I'd want to do would be to get them further away from the open air. Just ignore those grasshoppers, live and let live. Control switch for the gates that release the bombs. Providing power to the gates right now. We're giving this bird explosive constipation. But I am not allowed to flip the switch. Apparently I need something else here. That ain't it. Maybe I go over here? No. Typically red things are interactable. Oh, I know. And just blow the hell up. It's the final countdown. The shiny candy-like button. Wish I could reach the emergency exit. Looks like I will be able to soon. My God, what have we done? Quite a raucous celebration from the bugs. The bird is no more. Those look like my guts, so... Looks like I didn't make it and no one made it. There was a box and the escape route. So presumably there's an alternate ending where you can just make it a safety. Perhaps you need all the rat skulls to do it, though. Interesting. So there's clearly more to this game, which is made by very few people. You saw how quickly the credits went by. Still a satisfying ending. That bird is not brainwashing any more bugs. We could always head back in. Little level select, find the rat skulls we're looking for. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 levels. And 9 secrets. I feel like that's a bit of a clue. Cool game, though. Message about not fitting in, forging your own path through the intestines that want to devour you. But don't fall in line. Keep being a bee. A weird bee. I loved it. So thanks for watching BirdGut.